What's poppin', Marvel collectors, and welcome back to Carbonite Collecting, a branch of the Carbonite Convos podcast and YouTube channel. We just had one of the biggest movies in about 4 months come out since Spider-Man No Way Home. We have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness premiere last Thursday night, and after seeing it, we knew we had to make a pop list. We've had a lot of creators make some awesome concept pops for this movie. So we put together over 30 Funko Pops that we need from Doctor Strange into one video. So we can't thank you enough for coming back for another pop list. Alec, you ready to talk about Multiverse of Madness?
Dude, I say it every time. I'm always ready to talk about some Funko Pops, and specifically with Multiverse of Madness just coming out. We actually have not even had a chance to talk about it, Nick and I, yet. So I'm pumped to dive into it and get some Multiverse of Madness action. So, Nick, why don't you go ahead and lead us off, my man?
All right. So pop number one, this is the most traditional pop on the list. We have Doctor Strange floating. This is made by Funko Shot, and it's just a traditional Doctor Strange pop in the air.
Yeah, man, that's what we thought the movie would be, a little bit more traditional, but obviously that's not what we got. Moving on, we have a look at Sinister Strange. Now, we have two different artists that did these here. This first one made by Christie's Custom. Absolutely love this. With the next one being made by Minter 766. I love the fact that they incorporated the third eye on both of them. It looks really cool.
Oh, yeah. You couldn't have a pop of him without the third eye. Next, we have the second main, maybe third main character of this movie. We have America Chavez. Now, this first one is super awesome. This is her with her star-shaped portal. This is made by Pop Eyes, as you can see on screen. I think this is an awesome rendition of this character. And the next one, we have a more traditional look at America Chavez with her just punching her hand and making her pose, made by Funko Shot. But these are both really awesome concepts of a really awesome character that I really liked watching for the first time.
Yeah, man, America Chavez was one of the stars of the show, and I loved her. I really like that one with the portal. I think that's so cool. Moving on, we have who I believe really stole the show. We have a look at Wanda floating, and this is made by Funko.Shot. I can't believe how good she was in the movie. It was fantastic. We need more pops of her.
Yes. Next up, we have Garganto, made by Jay Bavart. And he thought that this pop would be best as a jumbo pop, and I couldn't agree more with him. He was the biggest character in the entire film, so obviously with Funko making these type of pops, this would have to be a 10-incher.
Yeah, he's a big one, man. He's one of the big ones. All right, so moving on, we have a look at another really cool character from the movie, someone new to the MCU, and we have actually several different looks at this pop, so stay with us throughout this. We have the first one. We have a regular looking version of Black Bolt featuring a chase with the aftermath of Wanda's action, made by Fun_Collect.
Definitely. Two really cool ones. Next, we have a third rendition made by Fun_Collect with Black Bolt actually using his powers. So obviously he'd be whispering and this energy would be pulsating out of his head. So we have an awesome look at that.
I'd love to see how Funko would be able to do that. I feel like they could pull that off.
Definitely.
Next up, we have another look at Black Bolt. So this is made by Pop-Up Custom, and this is their rendition of the regular Black Bolt featuring the, I want to say, bloody chase as well.
Yeah, dude, you are not wrong. And next, we have a couple more traditional Black Bolts. This first one is made by DIX Concepts, just a traditional look at a Black Bolt Funko. And here on the screen is another one made by Pop.Seps. And these are just a couple cool traditional Black Bolt pops that I would have to get at least one.
No doubt. Absolutely. Moving on to a new character in this list, we have a look at Maria Rambeau as Captain Marvel. So this first version made by Christie's Custom is the flying glow-in-the-dark version of this Captain Marvel.
Definitely. I would 100% get that one. So this next one is an unmasked chase version, and again, a glow in the dark. I don't think you could have a pop of this character in her role from this movie without it being glow in the dark. This is also made by DIX Concepts.
Yeah, this is some really cool Captain Marvel armor, man. That suit was really sick. So the last look at Captain Marvel we have here is made by Funko.Shot, and this actually has two different versions. We have the regular flying version featuring the unmasked chase face of that same pop.
Yes. And next is the character where it was actually the only time on opening night where the entire theater applauded. So we have a few looks at Mr. Fantastic. Now, this first one is him in his Illuminati seat made by fun_collect. And I really like this one.
That one's really cool. I think it'd be so cool if they did all of them in the seats. That'd be so sick.
Yeah.
Next up, we have a look at Mr. Fantastic in a little bit more of his traditional action pose. And this is made by fun_collect.
Yes, sir. And we have one more action pose made by Nathros Funko. So we have a couple different looks at Mr. Fantastic as he's going for the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, man. And to wrap up the Mr. Fantastic list, we have what might have been the most brutal death in the entire movie. I could not believe they did this to him. We have I want to say noodle version of Mr. Fantastic. This is made by Pop-Up Custom, and I love what they did here. I could not believe they did that. Definitely.
Next, we have a couple versions of Captain Carter, my main girl. This first one, we have a flying glow-in-the-dark one, so we can tell she has a very thick base. This one is made by fun_collect. And this second one is more of an exact look at her from the teaser trailer and in the film, where she's kind of leaned over and she has the jetpack. This one made by Minter766. So both a couple of awesome concepts of my favorite character that I was most excited for in the movie, and the one that broke my heart the most.
Yeah, man, the whole shield thing, that was brutal. Moving on to the man, the myth, the legend himself, Charles Xavier, Professor X. We have two different versions of him. The first being made by Jay Bavart, the second being made by Minter766. And I just love what they were able to do here. I love that he was in the movie and they featured his gold hover chair. Man, he was great.
Oh, yeah. No, I really enjoyed this. Next up, we have Battle Damaged Wanda. Now, this first one I think is super awesome because we have her using her magic to destroy an Ultron head. And this one's made by Funko Shot.
Second on the list, we have another battle damaged Wanda, this time using her magic. And this is made by Jay Bavart.
Yes, sir. And finally, after that awesome one, we have one more awesome battle damaged Wanda, just with blood all over her face. We have a more traditional one where she's just kind of in a traditional action pose made by Funko Concept Art.
Yeah. Did we mention that these are all awesome? They are. They are, in fact, awesome.
We need to go back and count how many times we say awesome.
We should have a little count. That'd be hilarious. All right.
Yeah.
Next up, moving on to the last character on this list, the main one himself. We have Doctor Strange, this time featuring the demons. And this was obviously featuring Zombie Strange, where he tapped into the dark dimension and the Darkhold. It was crazy. The first one made by Christie's Custom. And another look at the same pop of Doctor Strange featuring the demons made by Metachistes.
Definitely a couple awesome pops. This scene really scared the bejesus out of me.
It was wild.
It didn't scare me. I've never seen anything like that before in the MCU. Next, we have Doctor Strange and his hidden path to the Book of Vishanti. Now, I thought this was awesome. This custom was actually made before the movie came out. It was made based on the trailer by What Now Pops. And after seeing the movie, I think this is probably a pop that I would have to get on this list.
Yeah, man, that's super sick. I can't believe they were able to pull that off. Next up, we have another look at Wanda, and this one is her coming out of the smoke. And obviously, the scene is extremely terrifying. I don't know what I would do in the situation, but this is made by Minter766.
Sir, another awesome look at Wanda. We're going to have so many Wanda pops after this movie. Next, we have a look at Clea. Now, this is the character from the post-credit scene, and I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I did have to look it up for this list because I didn't know who it was in the movie. This is made by Funko Shot, and I think this is a really cool pop. I personally wouldn't really need it for my collection since she had 0.5.
Not yet.
Exactly. Since she had 0.5 seconds of screen time, but definitely a really cool concept.
Yeah, man. And to wrap this list up, I can't do this picture any justice by explaining it. You got to take a look for yourself here. We have an incredible art piece made by Sabartis Pop featuring all the characters and just one of the really cool scenes from this movie, kind of mashing it all up together. And I just think this is awesome. I love when these artists make an art piece out of a toy, and I think it's so cool.
Definitely. But everybody, we really enjoy But everybody, we really appreciate you coming back for another Funko Pop list. I'm sure that there are going to be more pops from Doctor Strange into the multiverse that come out in real life and more concepts. So maybe there will be a part 2, maybe not. We don't know. But make sure to stay tuned for another pop list, whether it's Doctor Strange or not. We know next week we are finally doing our Revenge of the Sith list. So thank you for tuning in this week, and we hope to see you back next week. But until then, make sure to keep it popping.